If you take 2, 3, 4 hours just immersing yourself in the meat eating community, you actually will see a lot of vegans who have had to quit that diet because their health also declined.
Oh, we're doing the meaningless anecdote game again as opposed to looking at actual research. Well, when I look into these communities, I see endless diarrhea, constipation, hair loss, hair thinning, feeling awful and crying. And here's the most important anecdote you should consider.
It was about 2 years into the carnivore diet, I started noticing persistence of unpleasant symptoms. So testosterone dropped to around 500 total, sleep disturbances, palpitations, muscle cramps when I was surfing or climbing.
So you can find anecdotes on either side, including from people like Paul Saladino, who helped propel the carnivore diet into the mainstream in the first place and then later suffered because of it. The issue is you won't hear many of the negative stories because people like her won't share them. But I also wouldn't draw conclusions about cause and effect from anecdotes in the first place, because you can't reliably control for other variables like changes in exercise, rule out a placebo effect, or account for whether they would have just gotten better or worse over time anyway. And even if the diet change is responsible for their improvements, you have to dissect what part of the change. For example, if somebody specifically has an issue with wheat, they didn't need to also eliminate all fruits and vegetables to reap the benefits. And finally, these short-term anecdotes often ignore the long-term risks of heart disease and colorectal cancer that come with high meat consumption based on research that actually does account for other variables.